Hey guys, it's Eric here from Primordial Strength Club. I've got a very special guest joining me today, Alexis Martin from Alexis Martin Yoga and Fitness. Now, I've taken several different yoga classes over the years and had many different instructors, but I've never had one that offers as unique of an experience as Alexis's class. But more so, I've noticed that her passion for the discipline of yoga mirrors my passion for the sport of powerlifting. And in that regard, I've invited her here today to participate in one of my favorite powerlifting exercises, the deadlift. So why don't we jump right in? Welcome back, guys. I'm here with Alexis Martin from Alexis Martin Yoga. Thanks for joining me today, Alexis.
Sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're an ERYT level 500 yoga instructor, correct?
I am.
Can you explain to me a little bit what that means? Is that like a black belt in yoga, essentially?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It means that I've been teaching long enough and had the privilege of practicing with enough teachers and enhancing my own wisdom. It's been passed down to me that I have the privilege to let share through me to be able to teach teachers at this point.
And that's, in my opinion, one of the greatest passions too, is that you've reached a level in your discipline that allows you to share that discipline with others. Today we're here to do one of my favorite powerlifting exercises, and I know we talked briefly before the video about your experience with weightlifting. You said you hadn't done anything since high school, right?
It's been a while.
So this is kind of going to be like a fish out of water. You maybe,
probably,
yeah, okay.
Probably.
Okay, so without wasting too much time, I'm going to give you a quick refresher on how to do the deadlift in 5 basic steps.
Great.
That way we're up to speed, and we'll get this exercise started.
Fabulous.
We're going to step up to the bar. You're going to have it essentially over your shoelaces. Okay, so just a little bit closer to your body than mid-foot. Step 2 is we're going to bend over with straight legs. We're going to grab hold of the bar. Okay, now I want you to grab it in the part of your hand where your palm meets your fingers. And a lot of pulling exercises, and just about every pulling exercise should be done from this position. Straight legs, grab hold of the bar, just outside the range of your knees. Okay, step 3, we're going to shift our knees forward so the shins make contact with the bar. On step 4, okay, we are going to remember what the step 4 Step 4, we are rounding our shoulders and pulling our chest back, okay? This is gonna create that extra bit of tightness. You're gonna wanna feel heavy in your hands at this point. You wanna lift all the slack out of the bar so that it almost clicks, okay? Step 5, you're going to take a big, deep breath, push it into your abdomen, into your diaphragm to create as much pressure as possible. And in step 5, we're going to pull. Stand up straight, lock it out, chest high and proud, and then return to the floor. Would you like to give it a go?
Sure.
Step 1, approximately 8 to 12 inches in the heels. Again, feet slightly pointed out. Now step 2, I want you to reach down and grab the bar with straight legs. Nope. Straight legs, there you go. Grab hold of the bar, make sure that the bar is placed where the palm of your hand meets your fingers. You don't want to have it too high up, otherwise the bar will roll down and has the risk of damaging your hands. Step 3, shift your knees forward so that your shins make contact with the bar. We're gonna bring those hips just a little bit lower, okay? Okay, I kind of rock back into it. Pull that chest back. This is step 4, make sure it's super tight. I want you to find a focal point, or as in they use in yoga, find your drishti, okay? And take a big belly breath in and pull the weight off your shins. Lock it out and return the bar to the floor. That was good. Yeah, that was good. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Let's do 5 consecutive reps.
Okay.
Okay. Take a little breather. How do you feel?
Good.
Okay.
So good.
So let's increase the weight a little bit and see what you're capable of.
Sounds good.
All right, Alexis, now that you've performed the deadlift and done it at a weight that's moderately challenging, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I don't feel overtaxed or overwinded, but I feel like I did something.
That's perfect. That's exactly the feeling that we're going for then. How, as being a yoga instructor, can you see something like the deadlift being beneficial to the practice of yoga?
I see a lot of my clients come in with hunchback, rounded shoulders from using a lot of devices, just kind of sinking into chairs, squishy couches, things of that nature. So spreading the collarbones and having a broad open chest and looking forward into the horizon, into the potential, and allowing the spine to be elongated, not necessarily flattened, but embracing the curves of the spine and supporting with the undercarriage of the belly in that position.
And that's such a reason that we perform that lift is because it reverses the negative effects of having poor posture. So we're just constantly working on improving our posture, so we carry ourselves better from day to day.
Right.
What I see as a similarity is that there's the same level of focus, and that you're doing a little bit over a long period of time to like get to a place that you weren't before.
Right. I agree with all of that. I also think there's the element of, when someone does a posture, they often like to begin it, do it, and then their mind has already moved on to the next posture. So exiting the pose or making the transition to the next stage kind of gets lost. But I find that with powerlifting, once you pick up, you have to set back down, and you have to set down with intention. So you have to find a good arc in completing the movement.
So there's like a starting point and a final point.
Correct.
Where in yoga, it's more of like free flowing, and that you have to choose to stop.
It can be, but you also wanna move with intention. You don't wanna
just aimlessly flow through something.
Yeah, like not finish something before you begin something else.
So with that being said, if you're going to practice yoga on your own, do you have like an idea of where it's going to go before you do it? So it's similar to like powerlifting, where I know exactly what I'm going to pick up and exactly what I'm going to press before I even walk in the gym.
Right. It may not be a completely scripted, dialogue of the postures, but
well, in a lot of ways, I imagine you have to listen to what your body's telling you.
There's definitely intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just get lazy and bored and distracted.
Right. Yep. If someone's interested in practicing yoga and maybe practicing with you further, where can they find you?
All my information can be found at alexismartinyoga.com, and if you just simply Google Alexis Martin Yoga, Instagram and the social media sites will come up.
Okay, outstanding. Thanks again for joining us today. Thanks again for watching, guys. Tune in next week where I take a personalized yoga lesson with Alexis.